Minister hands over social housing and reassigns ministers. Plus, $308 million approved for drought alleviation. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Vanessa Silvera. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has delivered another home under the social housing component of the HOPE program. On Friday, Mr. Holness handed over the structure, which is worth $5.9 million, to wheelchair-bound Winston Wint at Braes River in St. Elizabeth. The 88-year-old former butcher is now the owner of a one-bedroom home, outfitted with a bathroom, kitchen, and living area.
Regardless of what you see on the surface circulating in the media, on your television screens at night, that there is a real Jamaica with a real economy, with real people facing real challenges, with a very effective government that is very caring, that is attending to the real needs of the people.
The new social housing program is being administered under 3 modalities: providing indigent housing, relocating vulnerable communities, and upgrading tenement yards. Previously budgeted for $1 billion, the program is now operating with $500 million in funding due to COVID-19's economic impact. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says his administration remains laser-focused on the economy. During the social housing handover ceremony, he revealed that despite the ongoing challenges associated with COVID-19, there has been an uptick in demand for implements that grow economies. They include increased demand for cement in the construction sector and petrol for persons going back to productive activity.
It is now time for us to keep the focus on our economic recovery. And I am trying at my best to make sure that there are no slips in that regard.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is calling for a closer look into the future of Jamaica's sugar industry. Mr. Holness's urgings come as St. Elizabeth communities face a possible fallout from the closure of the Appleton sugar factory.
The conversation can't always be about preserving it, but how quickly can we see to the transformation and diversification of the economies around sugar. That, I think, should be the deeper conversation.
Prime Minister Holness says government will continue to provide an enabling environment for private sector to take up opportunities in the economy, including those that may be seized in the sugar industry. In the meantime, word came Friday that the Prime Minister had intervened and acted decisively on matters involving land transactions by the Sugar Company of Jamaica, SCJ. Mr. Holness has instructed that the Holland estate lands be immediately turned over to the Agricultural Investment Corporation. This decision follows discussions with the Minister, Permanent Secretary, and Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries. Mr. Holness also ordered that non-farm commercial operations on the land be terminated and any future commercial opportunities be advertised and tendered. The Cabinet Office is to review all land transactions, including those that may be in progress by the SCJ. The SCJ is also to provide a historical listing of all land transactions over the last decade. The Agriculture Minister Audley Shaw has been tasked with reviewing the operation and governance of the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA. Minister without portfolio J.C. Hutchinson has been reassigned to the Office of the Prime Minister, while Minister without portfolio Leslie Campbell has been assigned to the Agriculture Ministry. Earlier in the week, Cabinet approved $308 million to alleviate drought conditions across the island. The bulk of the funds, $100 million, will go towards the National Water Commission for trucking the commodity to drought-affected communities. $75 million has been earmarked for the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development to also truck water and provide additional water shops. The Rural Water Supply Limited will receive $70 million to provide wayside tanks and loading bays, and members of Parliament will each receive $1 million to fund their black tank and water trucking programs.
This would be the second allocation in less than 3 months, directly to members of Parliament. So this would make it $2 million in relation to the MPs having a say in relation to responding to constituents in relation to areas that are being left out for some reason, either by the municipal council or the NWC, depending on where it goes.
Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Darrell Vaz, gave the update in Parliament last Tuesday. He also pledged to review and complete outstanding water projects island-wide. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.